everyone, welcome back to our channel. So I just wanted to give you a quick little update. I know I told you that I wanted to do like update videos as far as my pregnancy and stuff like that. So right now I am 6 months. Like, I can't believe it. It's flying by. I am having a boy, another boy. I was very annoyed when I first found out. I'm not gonna lie, because I wanted a girl, but honestly, I feel like it's the best thing right now. My son needs a brother because he's doing the most. So yeah, I've had a great pregnancy so far. I was only sick the first trimester. Now I feel a lot better. I'm just, really tired because the baby's growing and stuff like that. I can't really do as much, but it's been great. What I wanted to share about was, I guess, what's been going on. I guess not emotionally, but what I've learned. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. But anyways, I'll just start. So, and I'm sorry if I run out of breath and I'm chilling in my bed. I'm sorry. This is like my favorite place in the house. So, the last month of the year, in December, I decided that I wanted to do an Advent study because I've always wanted to do Advent and I never did because I never understood it. So Advent is basically the waiting period, waiting for Jesus to be born. So I started this study, and the very first thing that it asked you was about, like, what are you waiting for? Like, what are you expecting from God or to hear from God? And my biggest thing that I've always struggled with, I feel like it's always my question, is what's my purpose? What's my calling? Like, God, what am I supposed to do? Like, is it makeup? Like, am I still into makeup? Owning a business? Speaking? I don't know. Like, it was all these things, and I had a lot of questions because I've been feeling stuck. At that time, I felt stuck. I felt like I don't know what to do at this point. I feel like I'm numb. I was in a really, like, I don't know. For all my pregnant ladies, you get hormonal. You're just irritated about everything. You feel blah. So I was going through it. I was just like annoyed. I was like, I don't want to deal. It was bad. And so that's why I needed Jesus. So I did this study, and towards the end of the year, like the last 2 weeks of December, I messed up at work. I was struggling with that. I was getting anxiety. Then I was like, I'm just going to stay home with my kid. I started just to feel like really uneasy. And I was going in hardcore seeking God. Like, God, you need to tell me what's up. So how do I even start this? I'm trying to think. What happened was I also started to become insecure. Insecure in my marriage. Like, well, he does everything. My husband literally does everything. He works, he cleans, he takes care of my son. Like, it's like he's good at everything. I mean, relax. Don't give him a big head because obviously we all fall short. But I started to feel like I wasn't doing anything. I would literally go to work, and yeah, I was with my son home, but my house was a mess. We were spending money eating out, and I was just getting so irritated with myself because I'm like, what is going on? So in my prayer time, I started to ask God, like what is it, And I started to realize that it was me. I was just being lazy. Like, lazy at home, just not wanting to do, like, okay, whatever, I'll clean when I feel like it. And that's what God showed me. Like, right now, your calling is to be a wife and a mother. And I was like, really? Like, that's it? Yeah, that's it, but that's a lot. So I was just like, that's corny, because I felt like, I needed this big purpose in my life, and I needed to be encouraging women, and I needed to be speaking and evangelizing and all this stuff, right? So I was just praying about it. I'm like, God, okay, so how do I do this, you know? And it was just as simple as getting up and make your bed. How about you start cooking? How about you go food shopping? You know, take time out to spend time with your son because he's really needy right now. So it was just things like that. And I know that for a lot of you women, you already do that. I'm sure that you do, but I don't. And I didn't. And, you know, I grew up just cleaning when I felt like it. You know, you just clean on a Saturday or whatever. So I started to be intentional about it. I'm like, okay, so if this is what God wants me to do for now, then I'm going to do it. So I started cleaning every day. I started cooking. This was like literally the last 2 to 3 weeks of December. So I'm here doing what I got to do. So I was like really adamant about decluttering. I'm like, I want to clean everything. So that whole week I'm cleaning for New Year. And on New Year's Day, I had to work. So I get home and my house is a mess. And I get it. Like my husband always does it. Like he was just tired because he worked. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But I got annoyed because he looked kind of bored. I don't know. It was just, you know, when you go through these things and it's never what you think it is. So I'm there. I get home and instead of cleaning, I'm just like annoyed. So Kobe goes to take a nap. That's my husband. And then Liam falls asleep. So at this point, it's 10 p.m. So I get up and then I go to his room and his room is a mess. There's dishes in the sink. My room is not how I wanted it to be. And I start crying. And I'm like, God, like, I can't live like this. Like, it's sad that he's going to sleep in a dirty room and this and that, all this stuff. So I'm crying hysterically like a freaking crazy person. And then God was just like, but you have 2 hours to do it. And I'm like, oh, you're right. You're right. So if it was another time, I would have gotten pissed at my husband. But he was tired. So I was like, you know what? It's true. So I started cleaning the room. I cleaned the whole house. Literally, I had 20 minutes to spare. Kobe wakes up. I felt good. Like I wasn't mad. I wasn't annoyed. It just felt so good to do what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And I know that it might seem really insignificant to me because I felt like, oh, but I have to be a mother, but I have to be a wife. That's something I have to do. But that's something that I struggle to do. And I think that that's what God is teaching me. That is not always going to be something where you're going to get accolades from it. People are not, you know, my friend was saying, like, Liam is not going to say, oh, good job, Mom. You're doing awesome. And I have to be okay with that. Because I promise you the most rewarding part of doing this is that I'm honoring God, that I'm obeying him. And right now it may seem like, oh, I'm just raising kids, but I'm raising men. And maybe you're a mom and you feel like what you're doing is insignificant, but it's not. And I wish that I was one of those moms that could do everything, that was like organized and cleaning and doing this and that. You know what? Right now I'm learning and I do what I can. So if it's just make my bed in the morning and cook the same things over and over because I don't know how to cook, then that's fine. And I think that's what God has shown me. That he's not looking for the perfection. He's not looking for you to do everything in one day. It's just to seek him, number one, to let you know, okay, this is what it is right now. To be okay with that. Because sometimes I think that we want it to be this big ordeal. And it's not always going to be. You know, sometimes it's just being okay with being a cheerleader for your best friend. For being her encourager. You know, sometimes it's going to be something where people are not going to even say thank you for it. Sometimes it's keeping your mouth quiet. It could be so minimal to you, but it's not, because you're doing it as if you're doing it for God. And I think that's what I'm learning, that in my season right now, yeah, maybe I'm not doing a lot of things at church, but I'm doing a lot of things at home. you know, and I am spending time with God, and I am spending time with my husband and my son, and I am preparing for this new baby. So I just wanted to encourage you that wherever you are right now, don't be discouraged, and don't think that it's for nothing, because it's for something. Nothing that we do is wasted, and that's something that I'm learning. Every little thing counts, you know? And so my advice to you is that if you're in a place where you're really questioning, like, God, what's my purpose? What's my calling? Is to seek him, you know, to ask him. And when you spend time with him, don't overdo it with the, oh, I need a word right now. Tell me what's my calling. Because it didn't take one day, you know. Sometimes it doesn't take a month. Sometimes it could take longer. You never know. But God will reveal it to you. So don't give up. You know, just be intentional about your time with him. And just go wholeheartedly. Sometimes you might not even know what to say. Just put on a worship song and just sit there with him. Because he will always whisper in our ears. He will always let us know. And sometimes it's as simple as God just loving on you. Because I think that's something too that he taught me, you know, when he said, this is a season to rest. It was a season to rest, like knowing that he loves me, that I don't have to do anything. I just have to literally accept and receive his love. So I think the point of the story is that it's actually really simple and we make it hard. And I think that everything that we do now leads up to the bigger picture, which we will get to when it's our time. Don't rush it. I feel like that's something he said to me last night. Don't rush it. Don't try so hard. You're not Amaryllis. You know what I mean? You're not Pastor George. You're not whoever you look up to. You're not them. Like right now, they're in their season and you're in yours. Stay in your lane. Do what you got to do. And at the end of the day, everything is leading you up to the bigger picture. And seasons are always changing. Sometimes, you know, you have to just chill. Sometimes you have to be more, you know, active. So just seek God and allow him to just speak to your heart. Get to know him. No time is wasted. Nothing. Even if it's one verse a day, whatever. But that's literally what's helped me through this whole season, is honestly just hanging on to him and just being okay with the little bit that I do, like not overdoing it. So pray about everything, all right? And then just seek him. And I hope that you'll share with us, you know, what season you're in. Comment down below. Let us know. Am I alone? Because I honestly sometimes feel like I'm horrible. I'm a bad mom. I'm doing everything wrong. But even in that, you know, it's like, well, God gave me Liam and he's giving me this baby because I'm the one that's supposed to raise them. And he's the one that's going to guide me through it. So yeah, that's it. I'm done rambling. I'm sorry. So yeah, we want to hear from you. Comment down below. Let us know, what's your season right now? What are you waiting for God to reveal to you? You know? And also we're doing a study on Hosea on Her Hope Arises, the Instagram page. So join us on it. Every day it tells you the verse. We're sharing the verses with you, so you still have time to catch up. It's not a lot. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you later. Mwah. Bye.